baseline level of people in the UK is really low, so a lot of people need to get better.
I really want to put that in. I really want to put that in, but I can't. Welcome to The Honest Ed, the YouTube channel where we figure out how to get through adult life. Are you fed up of the same pub quizzes and questions? Time for some fresh ideas, fun questions just for you as we play The Honest Quiz. Today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Mr Alex Wilcox. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me, The Honest Ed.
As we're talking about school, did you have anything that you typically use to try and get through?
So from the mascot side of things, I've actually got this guy. He's a little man called Henry. Rather grubby because he is nearly 10 years old now.
I've got this fella. I don't know if you've seen him before. A few people.
That is haunting.
Is that not the most terrifying doll you've ever seen in your entire life?
I'm not sure I can unsee that now. Has it got books on it as well? No. It's like a very studious sort of Tim Burton creation, isn't it?
I got it when I was teaching in Spain as a farewell gift for some kids I was teaching.
That's a voodoo doll? That's not a farewell gift.
That's why I've been hurting in my sides just every other week.
Yeah, there's a duplicate version of that somewhere that some poor sod is shoving needles into.
Yeah. Let's crack on. Biology is the first subject. Here's a question for you. What would be the coolest animal to scale up to the size of a cow?
I'm not sure any animal should be scaled up to the size of a cow. I'll tell you for why. So the only sorts of animals that you want to be that size would be incredibly docile creatures anyway. A cow's about as docile as you can get, and they are still terrifying to behold if they're not safely penned in somewhere. Being in the same sort of field or confined space as a cow is not somewhere where you want to be, unless you're a farmer, and I'm not. I was born in Ruislip in northwest London, in the suburbs. I am not made for that. I don't want this power. No one should have this power, but if anyone did have this power, I'd like to think they wouldn't use it to ramp up predators. You, that sort of thing can go easily wrong. You've seen Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
You can't go playing with things that you shouldn't go playing God.
Pretty sure most of them died.
Penguins, to be fair, I wouldn't mind penguin size of a cow. But maybe they'd get a taste for human flesh, you know. I don't know.
Food tech now, is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's not a sandwich. Yeah, a sandwich is a ploughman's 2 slices of bread, bang, in between, something nice.
You know when you say, I'm making a sandwich? Because sometimes you don't have 2 slices of flat bread, you have a bun. Is that not, would you not say, I'm still eating a sandwich? It's just...
No, I wouldn't say I'm making a sandwich.
What would you say? I'm making a
burger.
I'm making a ploughman's lunch. Specifically, bun. Anthropology next. If you were arrested, this is one of my favourites, if you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
People would probably think mistaken identity.
For people who don't know, you have a brewery which you run on the side. In my head, I would assume, if you phoned me up and said, yeah, I'm calling from prison, I would be like, I knew it. He's actually Walter White. What he has been brewing is not beer.
I think we're getting too close to the bone here in terms of those operations I mentioned that are well hidden. So if you could just swiftly move on, I don't need an investigation into this.
Media studies. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical? Liking what you see? This guy is. Don't forget to like and subscribe below to join the Honest Ed community.
You could kind of liven up like Pride and Prejudice and bring it into a kind of Hamilton-esque R&B, dirty, rappy. You bring Stormzy in to play Mr Darcy.
Elizabeth, be my wife! No, be my wife! I've got so many suitors!
What do you think?
Well, I was thinking something like Taken. Like Taken the musical with Liam Neeson, that well-known, beautiful singer that he is. I think that would be fantastic.
Do you not think it would take away? Why have you taken my daughter? I will come for you and kill you all.
I have a very special set of skills.
It would be hilarious. That's something I'd quite happily witness, but I don't think it would make it better.
I think you definitely have a crowd for that, though. I think it would make it better. I think sales and taking the DVD, particularly if people, they've never seen the DVD, they go and see the musical and think, this is amazing. I want to take this home and watch this forever. They then go and buy the DVD of Taken and go, oh no, this is a very different experience. I was not expecting this at all. Anything by Tarantino, like Kill Bill, like Should I kill Bill? Should I not kill Bill? I want to kill Bill. We're both big fans of Hugh Jackman, and obviously he's the range, the versatility of the man is absolutely staggering. What about we combine The Greatest Showman with Wolverine?
Stop trying to make movies into musicals a
It
thing.
will happen. It will do.
It doesn't need to happen.
What part of a kid's movie completely scarred you?
There was an episode of Scooby-Doo, a chap on horseback who had a kind of mask as a pumpkin head, and I mean it terrified me to like no end. I can't remember the end of the episode and the chap being caught, so maybe it was the fact that I didn't get closure.
But for me, it was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't know if you remember the child catcher from that.
Oh, the child catcher! Goodness me, yeah.
Watching it for the second time was when we were in school and the teacher put on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but they'd recorded it on an old VHS off of their TV. And somehow, I don't know how you do this, but they managed to block out every single scene with the child catcher in because they thought it was inappropriate. And so you're watching this film, all of a sudden happy as Larry, you know, the kids are singing in their home, it's all beautiful, and then cut. And white noise on the screen, nothing. And then all of a sudden, the screen goes back. I don't know, it's their uncle or their granddad that they're living with, the cool inventor. He's like, yeah, the kids have gone. No explanation as to how they're gone. Large parts of the plot just do not make sense.
There is no way that sort of diligency would have been gone to at the school that I went to. Not a chance in hell. I think if it's not an 18, it's probably fair game.
Let it play. They need to.
I definitely watched Schindler's List before GCSEs without a shadow of a doubt. Very educational. Also a harrowing experience.
What about Willy Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
You got these Oompa Loompas, yes.
Where did they come from? Never explained. They just. Yeah.
Do they have rights? Do they have workers' rights? I mean, you'd assume that maybe there's some kind of union rep.
We need the film. We need the untold story of the union rep for the Olympics.
Imagine that. You know, when it's all backlit, just their shadows, and they're all like taking helium gas, like. It was a good job at first. Someone tried to start a coup and he was drowned in chocolate.
Confessions of an Oompa Loompa. Yeah. Personal and social health education. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
One occasion, someone came back, perched themselves naked on our pretty much brand new velvet sofa, and then felt a little bit cold, so they wrapped themselves in a quite expensive Landsall rug, and then were discovered in the morning. The cat's done some weird stuff. She brought in a pigeon a few weeks ago. The cat is tiny, and it was a pigeon, like a full-grown pigeon. Found it in the dining room, alive. This is the creature that
the famed Pippin we've been talking about. Those eyes. She's done
your little vicious predator.
I'm really intrigued how you're going to answer this. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self? Are you happy to say on camera how old are you?
Yeah, of course, I'm 27. So
no, they must not know.
Yeah. When I was 20, I was at university. I prioritised work above absolutely everything else. I didn't really live the proper university lifestyle. I hugely regret that now, to not put unreasonable things on pedestals. You know, I had aspirations to be the top of my year in certain things, and I just didn't need to be.
I think I was very, very caught up in kind of this competitiveness against myself, and I'm sure then against other people, to try and be the best. And I was really worried about what people thought of me. Like, this channel was something that I wanted to start years ago, but I was so caught up with potentially it going wrong. I didn't just do it for the right reasons, which is I want to have fun and bring people joy. What message do you have for people whilst they're in quarantine?
Stay alert. Stay at home. Save the NHS. Is that the three that we're currently running with?
Thank you, Alex. You have passed with flying colours. Really appreciate you being on the first ever The Honest quiz. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe below so that you can be the first in the know for all my upcoming content. I've got great videos on the way, and if you haven't seen my previous videos and how-to guides to get through adult life, please hit the link up top. Take a look. We've got more episodes of The Honest quiz on the way. I can't wait to share them with you. What question do you want an honest answer to? Write below and I'll feature it in my upcoming videos. Stay tuned for more great content on how to get through adult life. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.